What's up, everybody? Hey, tonight, legends don't fade quietly. Is Floyd Mayweather stepping back into the ring again? The NCAA is preparing a transfer portal crackdown that could shake college football once again. Hey, over there in Italy, Olympic gold was won in historic fashion, and pride and dominance was on full display. The Team USA, men's and ladies hockey. College basketball rankings are tightening up as March creeps a little bit closer. The NBA pressure is rising, especially with the New York Knicks. And, hey, it's DA's favorite time of the year. The NFL Combine is here. I had a bar for that one. 40 times, draft stock, dreams rising and falling. Hey, no hot takes here, no narratives. This is the Real Sports Fans HQ. Hey, let's go to work. This is the Sports Chasers, man. Let's go.
This is Sports Chasers, where real fans get real sports talk. No hot takes, no narratives, just objective perspective, honest debate, and everything happening across the sports landscape. Now, let's join the chase.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's your host and moderator. I'm Kevin O'Warren, your host and moderator, man, for the Sports Chasers, man. Coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday night. Thursday night it is. 7 o'clock out here in the East, man. We're thankful that we're able to hang out with y'all tonight and talk some sports. We got a lot to get into, a lot to uncover tonight. But before we get into all that, let's handle some business. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our channel. All you great sports enthusiasts, make sure you also hit the bells for all the notifications so you get those notifications, right? And those that listen to it on the sound of my voice on the podcasting sound, give us that what? That 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the what? That 5-star review, 5-star review. Love us or hate us. Let us know how we're doing. And as y'all always do, we appreciate y'all, man. Chasers Nation, thank you so much, man. Let's meet the crew. D-Dubbz, good evening. How are you today, sir?
Yo. What's up? How you doing? Sports Chasers Thursday night. What's good, man? A lot to get into, man.
Man, it's a lot to get into, man. Like I said, I wish I could play. It's the most wonderful time of the year for the DA. I'm saying that with tongue in cheek because he hates the NFL Combine.
He hates Combine. It's not really. Really not his favorite time. But
no, it's not, man. But I'm joking with him. Hey, the hockey dude, he's back with us tonight, man. And he's going to share some Olympic glory. Team USA, the men's and the ladies, bringing home the gold for the Olympics. Dan, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
Free bird, crank it up. Let's go.
Wait.
While you're doing your little intro thing, I have.
Yo, let me jump out real quick. I'm gonna hit you back.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I think he should have did that beforehand.
Go ahead, Dan.
I say Pittsburgh did it right, man. They honored all the Olympians, you know, the silver medalists for Canada, and Jack Hughes got a huge ovation.
Yes, I saw that last night. He got
Oh, no. They did it in Pittsburgh tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll talk about last night later on. But yeah, I was just watching it right before the national anthem, and they gave him a huge ovation.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. Dan will break it down here in a little bit when it comes to his segment for the hockey, the ice cold facts, the NHL segment here. The DA.
Ice cold. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, guys?
I'm sorry, man. I was doing my job, DA. He told me I was doing really good here, man. He told me to go ahead, bring him in, and I did. I didn't know he was coming in that hot, though. What's up?
B. I didn't know I was hot. I didn't know I was that damn hot my damn self. So,
DA, what's up, bro? DA, hey, the NFL Combine's here. Your most wonderful time of the year.
Yo, dog, look, it's much to do about nothing, man. I ain't gonna argue with dudes about the Combine anymore. I'm turning over the leaf.
Who, you?
Yeah, I do not believe the Combine means a damn thing to anyone. If you didn't get whatever you need to know after 4 years of watching these kids and getting film, and some dudes, we know, been there in college 8 years, been there since COVID. So 8 seasons. If you don't
follow them around, though, you got to figure out where they've transferred.
Yeah, but I don't care about. Listen, I could care less where you transfer to. I just want the film of when you were on the field and what you did on the field. And that's the only thing I'm thinking about when I'm trying to draft these dudes. But if you want to watch these guys in their underwear run up and down the field and do all these things, then whoop-de-doo to you. It really don't, we do all this every year, and some teams still draft the wrong guys and can't get the right quarterback.
The standard is the standard.
But the standard is the standard. The standard is, there's no standard now. I mean, listen, man, look, I remember the first year, and it was right after Jameis Winston's class when quarterbacks just stopped going. They was like, I ain't going no more, And then some dudes, you get on them and you crack on them hard because they don't go and throw. And then other dudes don't go and you don't care. So there is no standard, right? I want dudes to be mad at guys every year. Oh, you didn't come throw? We're mad at you. Now it's like, whatever. He's not throwing. It's okay. It's all right. But what's coming out is the truth, man, about a lot of these guys. And the transfer portal is going to mess up the NFL draft because, you guys are not taking into account, and I'm not talking about Mendoza, but you get quarterbacks that move around from, smaller schools and they don't play hard competition and then they move up and have a good year and they do this and do that. And, you don't know which quarterback you're getting. The guy that, like for instance, the guy at Florida at Miami, right? He did good last year, but, he got moved out of his spot every year at Georgia. So what are you getting? What are you getting? The Miami guy forever? So every quarterback is going to look good when they have a superior team around them. So as we always go back to the original comment we make, is that the hardest thing and the most important job that any team in any sport is supposed to have is scouting. And your scouting department has to be on point. Because right now, you don't even know what you're seeing, because you saw him at this school and he did good. And then he went over there. He wasn't that good. Then he went over here. He's good. But he was okay over there. But we're going to draft him anyway. So, we'll see because I don't think pro teams are at all getting what they used to get back in the days as far as a consistent product from the quarterback position. I think there are other places on the field where you can still where I think the draft still has some value, lineman positions and things of that nature. But even receivers, it's who you're going up against, man. So you don't know what you got, because you get guys that come out from certain schools and you just swear they're going to be right and they're not. So not everybody that comes out of Ohio State as a wide receiver is great. Some of them are not going to be so great. So we'll wait and see what happens, man. But I can't watch that stuff no more. I used to watch it all doggone time, man. I was like, it don't matter.
I was trying to send you this year, man.
Yeah, we'll wait till the season starts. We'll wait till the season starts. I would have been in there sleeping, and like I said, I used to work out there, so I'd been up in that building knocked out. I went around the corner to the bar, came back. It wouldn't have been no good for me to go because he ran a 4.22. He ain't got no equipment on. Ain't nobody chasing him. He ain't getting hit. Yeah, everybody can run when nobody's chasing you, So it's an interesting exercise that the NFL has put themselves through.
Gotcha. D-Dubbz, did our guest panelist, is he there?
I can't hear him.
Muted. $5.
Yeah, as Daryl tries to bring on our guest panelists tonight, man. Like I said, we got a lot to get into. We got some hockey, we got some NBA basketball, we got the ladies and men's college basketball. We'll do some power rankings with that. WNBA, I don't know what they're doing, but go ahead. So,
Yeah, Kev, I want to know I want to know, Darren, what the hell going on? Because I'm telling you what. I'm seeing commercials for what's that thing called? Unrivaled all over the place. I think they're making a move. I'm dead serious. Dan, I'm dead serious.
Oh, they can have all the advertisement they want. Nobody's watching it.
Shoot. So nobody's watching Unrivaled either? I mean, the stadium looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dang.
They're not getting the views like they did last year. They tried to bring Angel back into the league to try to.
They just need to stop playing basketball altogether. So they can't, if they can't get the people to watch Unrivaled, they're not watching the WNBA. What the heck? What is going on? Kev, should they just stop? What's happening, man?
Well, they're 10 toes down, and they're about to be 10 toes up.
Well, yeah, 10 toes down in quicksand. Well, and I don't have anything against women's basketball. I swear to you, I don't, man. I really, really don't. I am, female athletes playing. I've been around it my whole life. I don't have a problem with it. But what I'm telling you is based upon historical fact, man, that stuff really don't sell, man. Kev, you was in New York when Teaspoon and them was doing it. You went to the Garden to see it. And then after that, it was like, whatever.
Yeah, I was, like I said, when I moved to Charlotte, I checked out some games, worked some games there, and then lost interest in stuff like that, man. So we'll definitely see. Hey, let me introduce my our guest panelists for the night. I like to give people their proper introduction and flowers. Mr. Cedric James, he's a respectful youthful football coach and mentor with decades of experience developing student athletes and building championship culture, known for his leadership and commitment to helping young players reach the collegiate level. Cedric has dedicated his life to guiding the next generation, both on and off the field. A lifelong, passionate New York Knicks fan. That's right. Shout out to the orange and blue, to my New York. Well, he brings informative perspective, strong opinions, and undeniable orange and blue pride and passion to every sports conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Cedric James.
Ced, turn your camera on. Cedi?
Man, I did that awesome introduction.
That was good. I need to do that for me every week.
Hopefully his people is watching and put it in the comments, as D-Dubbz and E always say. Is Mr. James there? Cedric, are you there? We'll get to Cedric here in a second. Let me as he tries to figure that thing out. Let me go to boxing, man. Let me go to boxing. And I'm gonna let the boxing aficionados handle this. Wait.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, to the boxing. This is from the Chasers. This is our segment, the Chasers post here. Boxing here. And this is sources from Yahoo Sports. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2.
Why?
Professional boxing rematch announced for September 19, 2026 to stream live globally on Netflix from the Sphere in Las Vegas, confirmed by multiple Yahoo Sports on yesterday. Boxing fans around the world are buzzing again as the two of the sport's greatest icons, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, are set to face off in a historic rematch more than a decade after their first matchup.
60 years old. We watch 6-year-olds.
We're going to break it down. So, hey, this is going down the 19th of September 2026 at the Sphere on Netflix, as I said before. Many speculating that, Mayweather, he needs the money, he needs the dough.
I don't know that. We might be crazy.
But nevertheless, I'll give it to the boxer. I'll start with the DA, man. Your thoughts?
I'm absolutely positively done with boxing. I'm really not for seeing 6-year-old men fight outside anywhere other than a bar. Old dudes to fight there. But I wouldn't pay a dime to watch these two old fools get in the ring and throw 5 punches around. I'm not doing it, man. And yeah, Netflix can, the money is a hell of a drug, as Rick James would say. Hell of a drug, because it gets you to do anything and everything that they want you to do. You get in that ring 60 years old, you get to the 4th round and fall out. You go in between the rounds, you sit down in the corner and can't get up because your knees hurt. Come on, man. No, man. I'm not doing it. Darryl, you can watch it if you want, Darryl, but I'm not watching it. So
no, you're wrong about that. I'm not going to watch it. This is the biggest grift that is probably known to man. This right here is a grift job, and both of these guys. I mean, listen, man. Floyd was 49. Manny Pacquiao is 47. This is not for the purists. This is definitely not for the purists. This is what we call a pop culture versus the underground. You know what I'm saying? We got the underground for the purists, and then this is what we call pop culture boxing. This is right here because this is not what the fans want to see. And unless they add this should be an undercard fight, not the main event, an undercard. Because this doesn't deserve main event status. I'm sorry, but these people are gonna go out there and see it. I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
They'll be asleep before the main event.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. And as of right now, they don't have an undercard as of right now. So that is to be announced, I guess, at a later date. But Kev, I again, there's been of course, you're going to assume that this guy has made $1 billion over his fighting career. This is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost it's just it's sad that again that we've seen the story before where your spending habits is more than the money you take in. That's
it's a financial matter.
Hey man, he goes by the name of Money Mayweather. All right, his persona is money. So he claims he still has his real estate portfolio, whatever. That's to be remain seen. Also, he has a lawsuit, a $354 million lawsuit out on Showtime. So I mean, between the boxing event on September. And if he wins this lawsuit, he should be cleared up in whatever money he owes, man. So, hey, shout out to Floyd, man. But this is not for me. I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm not gonna poo-poo him, man. This is how you're gonna get money. It is a sanctioned fight. It is
Nevada.
It's not an exhibition. So
this goes on their record, right?
This going on his record. So his 50-0 record is in jeopardy. And Manny Pacquiao said, the excuses was back then in 2015 that his shoulder hurt and, he had a shoulder problem.
Whatever.
So, at 47, I guess he's healthy.
Yeah, old people get worse.
Listen, D. Hey, there's medicine out there now.
This is what tells you boxing is some BS, right?
Is Wegovy out here?
No, this is what tells you boxing is BS. And I got my Wegovy. So shout out to Wegovy.
Shout out to Wegovy.
I done shot them out there. You'll lose some weight. You'll see me. I'm gonna be about 45.
Hey, people don't be ashamed of the weight loss drug, man. It's out there for you to use. Go ahead and use it.
I'm gonna use it.
Hey, man.
I got my shit yesterday, man.
You're a cheater.
Yes, I'm a cheater, but I'm not boxing nobody. But listen, though. Listen what I'm saying, though. Listen, right? The fact that this is a sanctioned fight tells you that boxing is an absolute joke.
Hey, they care about the safety of the boxers.
That means at 30 years, at 60 years old, a group of people went in the room and said, "Yes, this is good. We'll sanction this." Come the F on, man. That makes absolutely no sense, man.
Well, D, with 354 subscribers, 354 million subscribers on Netflix or whatever, this is what is making it, making them change their mind on this situation here, man. So
come on, man. Kev, would you watch it, Kev? Kev, you got $30 to go Showtime. I mean, the Netflix, brother. What you gonna do?
I'm good on that Saturday. What day that is?
He said, I don't even know what day it is. I'm good.
It's September, man. It's a nice day.
He said, hey, my wife got plans. Gish got plans. Gish has plans.
Hey, I think we got Cedi back, man. Hold on. Let me see if we can get him in here.
All right, hold on. Let me go read this nice introduction again. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me get him on screen first. And then you could read it.
Oh, here we go. Golly, G. Yeah. He get 2 in one night. I ain't ever got that shit.
I got you next week.
The kids, they help the kids out. They won't get the kids and do this for the people. Like he Martin Luther King or something. You know what I mean?
All right, there you go. There you go. Hey, let me do this one more time. Hey, this is our panelist guest for the night, Mr. Cedric James. He's a respectful youth football coach and a mentor with decades experience developing student athletes and building championship culture, known for his leadership and commitment to helping young players reached the collegiate level, Cedric has dedicated his life to guiding the next generation, both on and off the field. A lifelong and a passionate New York Knicks fan, like me, Knicks.
Let's go. Let's go.
He brings informed perspective, strong opinions, and undeniable orange and blue pride to every sports conversation. Yo, he's from the tri-state New York City area. This
Harlem.
is Harlem World in the building, man. This is DA's Cuzzo right there. Mr. Cedric James, man. What's up, bro?
Yo. Can you hear me, fellas?
Yeah, we get you.
What's up? Thank you for that intro, man. I appreciate that.
Oh man, you good, man. You good, man. I'm glad to have you, man. When your cousin told me the other day that you want to come do, I was like, oh, well, about time, man, because he said you coming on, you keep coming on. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's do it.
Thank you, fellas. And what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Everything good?
We good, man. We talking right now. We talking in the boxing lane there. Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, man. I don't know if you're a boxing fan. Your thoughts on that, if you do have anything.
Yeah, I'm a boxing fan. I mean, listen, man. If it's money to make, they're gonna make it. So, I'm not gonna watch it, but two old dudes. Remember the Jeffersons when they fought like 20 rounds and nobody threw a punch? You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be one of those joints where they just gonna
it was a dance off.
I'm gonna hit you. It was a dance off. So
it was a dance off.
It'd be the Harlem Shake.
Yeah, so they both gonna make a lot of money. So ain't nobody trying to get hurt.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, just somebody's wallet. If somebody's wallet gonna get hurt, but yeah, it ain't gonna be me. That's for sure.
DA, there's no more pay-per-view streams. They're not even doing the pay-per-view thing. So it's Netflix, and Netflix, their money's already there, man. They already got it.
Yeah, they already got it, man.
It's better than paying the $59.99. Well,
sure. But at least it used to just be a good fight. If it wasn't Tyson, that money was well worth it.
Well, yeah, back in the days, man. If you,
it
was done. So,
yeah, man.
So I don't know, man. It's I'm saying you before you came in, we all said it, man. I don't think none of us gonna be pretty much watching that, man. So, but hey, it's America. You make your money, man. Get in where you fit in, and then that's about it, man.
I think where it hurts me at, be real, is like, I have Floyd as my number one dude. Not like I'm the biggest Floyd fan, but his record and what he did as a boxer. I had to give him his props, man, because he didn't lose when he was young. Before he became Money Mayweather, he fought everybody that was there and knocked everybody out. When he got older, his hands was bad. He had one loss, Cedi, when he was young. That Spanish kid beat him. I think so. But
I like Floyd a lot, but I mean, he ain't fight the greats. I mean, like,
there wasn't nobody there. Who was there?
It wasn't nobody there. So he gets that by default.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, listen, to me, like anything else, you can only play who's on your schedule, right? And if there's if Sugar Ray Leonard is not around and Tommy Hearns is not around, you can't fight him.
Terrence Crawford is around.
Yeah, well, Terry ain't fighting Terrence, man. Terrence will hurt him. Terrence will hurt him. Terrence will hurt him. You don't want to fight Terrence Crawford. He don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. And
I get what you're saying, man. But
because we look at these boxes today, D. Me and you, we argue and we hate it right now, right? So we look and see, okay, why Shakur don't fight Tank? When you have dudes in your weight class at the time you're boxing in your prime, you should fight everybody who is there.
Okay,
right? That's what I think. And when dudes don't do it, like this whole generation. Tank is a good fighter, but it's a waste to me because he didn't fight Mr. Stevenson. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question though? So what happens when a fighter comes out of retirement and no longer in a prime and decides they still want to fight? Do you hold it against them?
At 60 years old, yes.
I mean, if he wants to fight Tank,
Crawford, he's stupid. Yeah. He's a dummy. And I still lose credit for you go out there. You're 49 years old. You are 49. Things used to hurt getting out the bed when I turned 49. It was like, ooh, ow, damn, 49. Now maybe he's in great shape, but I'm telling you, Terrence Crawford would beat the brakes off of that man. And he would do it too because he's from Nebraska and he's crazy.
Dang.
So I don't know why you'd want to. Listen. If you are rich, are you bored and rich? I have no idea, man. I'm not rich enough to have those problems, man. I wish I was, but I'm not rich enough to have those problems, man. So
let me move on. The fight is September 19th at the Spear in Vegas, man. So you want to check it out? It'll be on Netflix, man. To all those diehards. So
that's Shark Week, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's Shark Week. That's Shark Week.
Shark Week. Shark Week. Shark Week.
Let me go to the next joint here. DA's favorite pastime again. But this is college football. Breaking. The NCAA, a oversight committee, is considering major new penalties focused on transfer portal violations, especially schools that accept players who transfer outside of the designated portal window. Proposed consequences being discussed included a seven-figure fines for programs that accept such transfers, suspensions for head coach tied to those transfers, potential loss of roster spots, or other recruiting impacts tied to violations. These concepts are aimed in deterring tampering and enforcing the intent behind the January-only transfer portal window. This idea is still proposal discussion phase, so final vote or enforceable rule is not of yet. The growing sentiment is that this could lead to legal challenges from the players and schools, like they haven't been doing it already, right? Since the NCAA can't legally stop students from transferring, only penalizes schools and coaches. And this is from Ross Dillinger, Yahoo Sports. Go ahead, DA.
This is weird to me, man, because, right, so there's a transfer portal time. I think it's 2 times a year when you can transfer. So I'm just kind of wondering, how does somebody transfer outside of those dates, right? Unless it's a medical thing or a family thing, right? Which they already have provisions to, look out for you. So if, say, somebody in your family dies or, there's a situation, you got to be home closer to your parents and you transfer. They already had that provision out there, like it was all good. So I'm trying to figure when they say it, why would they let somebody transfer in a time they're not in a window that they're not supposed to transfer? Yes, you should fine them, but that shouldn't even be allowed. Why have a transfer portal if you can transfer whenever the hell you want to transfer? I'm not sure what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me that you would have a transfer portal, but yet if a kid transfers outside the portal, we're going to fine you. Why would a kid be able to, transfer outside of the portal? Like, why, that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? To me, makes no sense. You shouldn't be able to transfer outside the portal. So I don't understand that rule, right? So that's like, Kevin, that's a turn left lane on the street and you just turn right. That don't make no sense, right? You're not supposed to be
every day.
But you're not supposed to be able, yes, that's a crime, and I guess that's why they're doing it. But with the college athlete, if they say the portal is, let's say, February to January, I think it's January something to the end of February, it's over, right? So if you transfer in March, you got to give up a year or whatever the case it is, whatever it is. That's what, and if a coach takes you, you still got to give up a year. You do whatever paperwork you need to do and do it.
Right.
If you really want the kid. But I don't see how that's even allowed. It makes no sense to me that we're allowing something that is supposed to be kind of mandated through a portal, right? So that's all. I don't understand it, and I don't understand. They can find people, and that's fine that you're throwing down the hammer on nobody. But like, how is Dan, if he's the coach of USC, taking in Kev, and Kev is outside of the transfer portal? He shouldn't be able to leave where the hell he's at.
That's a good point.
I'm not sure. These rules make no sense to me. So
he should be able to go wherever he wants, but like you said, he loses the eligibility.
Yeah, but like I said, it's outside the portal window.
Yeah. As far as the sports part of it is concerned.
Yes. Now, if it's a personal thing, then he's supposed to fill out his paperwork. And I've seen that happen. Your mother's sick, so you want to move back to where she's at. So you'll play where she's at. closer to where she's at so you can see her more. Fine. But there's paperwork involved, and you have to be approved to do that and all the rest of that stuff. So I don't understand. The NCAA, once again, is much ado about nothing, it seems to me. I don't understand that rule at all. So
Well, the problem is, some of this stuff should establish beforehand, and now you're trying to put the
horse back in the stable.
Yeah, and it's running wild, man. Cedric, any thoughts on this?
Man, listen, the NCAA is crazy, man. So, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's all about money. So, they're going to do what they're going to do, bro. I don't really got too much to say about that.
Got you, man. I'll move on to D-Dubbz. He's not there. Where'd he go? Okay.
Yeah, he stepped out for a second.
That's fine. Cool. Nah, you're absolutely right. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they've been doing it. And when I talked about the legality part, man, you're causing kids and stuff to have litigation. They're gonna do that, man, because guess what y'all didn't do, or they're not employees, so you can't make them do this stuff, man. So that's where you at with this, man. So.
Yes.
Go ahead. You were saying something, Dan? I'm sorry.
Just one thing on this, and we've talked about this many times.
Yes, we have.
The fix is to correct the calendar year,
right?
To line up with the school year. The fact that you have the transfer portal in the midst of all the playoff games is dumb. That should be at the end of the season, like at the end, because colleges are usually out by what, the 1st of June. Like first week of June, have the portal start June 1st through the whole month. Maybe it interferes with summer ball or whatever a little bit, but it would make things a whole lot easier.
Move spring ball back a week or two. You'll be fine.
Yes, and a lot of this nonsense will go away. And you won't be seeing, the craziness in the bowl games where players are like, yeah, I'm, like what was that? LSU had coaches from Ole Miss coaching them.
Well, like I said, you can't expect the kids to do things that the adults are not doing. So
exactly, that's what I mean. That's how you can start to get it back in order, where you have clear dates and times when you can do this.
Like the rest of the world.
Let me move on to another NCAA story, and this has what rules on the field, and this is from Chris Vanini of The Athletic. He says. The NCAA football playing rules committee is meeting to discuss potential changes to the controversial targeting rule for 2026. The main focus is to eliminate the carryover suspension, i.e. the requirement that the players sit out the first half of the next game if ejected for targeting in the second half, especially for first-time offenders. Targets hit hard in the discussion. The rule itself isn't going away, just the part that penalizes players across separate games while keeping the 15-yard penalty and ejection intact. The NCAA committee wants to balance players' safety with fairness. The current carryover can severely handicap teams based on subjective calls. You don't say. There's also talk of stricter enforcement of, get this, y'all, uniform safety rules, including players wearing pants to the knees due to the concerns about thigh, knees, and pad placement. Final decisions are expected after feedback is gathered in March. I'm going to go first on this one.
Go ahead, Ken.
I just, first of all, the thing about the targeting, I always thought, I was like, dang, that's very punitive, man, that you throw the guy out the game, right? Gets thrown out the game, the team got 15 yards, man. And then the next game, he gets a whole half taken away. I always thought that was extremely punitive. And I was like, what about grace? I say, man, it's almost like a one game suspension. I mean, and you can't even know if it's intent or non-intent. Sometimes, especially how we're playing now with the rules kind of gauge towards what? Offense, right? Offense, it's kind of hard. It ain't kind of hard. It's hard to pull up.
Yeah, it's very hard to pull up.
Hard to pull up.
You know what I'm saying? And you just trying to just make a good play, man. You've been playing football as a pee-wee man. What they tell you? Wrap up and all that stuff, man. Sometimes that helmet's going to hit the
wrong spot.
hit the wrong spot, man. Said, go ahead, man.
No, I agree 100%. Like, I mean, I watched that, and those are judgment calls. You know, the ref is saying that he targeted, and I'm like, well, how could he pull up? You know, the kid slid or something like that, and his helmet just happened to hit him at the wrong spot. You know, and then for you to kick him out, give him 15 yards, and then let him have to sit for another half, that's way too much.
For an accident? Hell yeah.
For an accident, that's way too much, man. That's way too much. You penalizing the kid, penalizing the team. You know, to me, that's whack.
Yeah, and you can't prove intent and stuff like that because, like you said, if you play football the right way, right, you're gonna wrap up, and sometimes that helmet is going to boom. Unfortunately, man. Go ahead.
If they understand on both sides of the ball, both sides are taught to get low. So
Correct.
the offensive, the running back is getting low, or the wide receiver is trying to catch the ball and get down, right? So you're not jumping to where the ball's at. You're not trying to hit him where his hands or shoulders are at. You're trying to get him low so he can't run anymore, right? So if he gets low and you get low, you may smack helmets, you know, and especially if you're hitting the way you're supposed to with your head up, you know, looking at what you hit. Yeah, you know, you thought you were lower and then he got low and that was it. Bow. But it's subjective. So I think on any subjective call, you can't be that punitive and you know, hit him with the 15 yards or make it 20 yards or whatever, man. If you kick him out, you kick him out. I don't even see that, but you know, you kick him out for that game. Next game, you come back.
I mean, the penalty is more than the pros. I mean, the pros don't even get thrown out and thrown a half of a next game. Come on, man, stop.
Hey, you don't even get that for spitting on somebody. Oops.
Hello. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's crazy, man. Nah,
that is crazy.
NCAA is wild, man. I'm not jacking that. That's crazy. I can't.
Gotcha, man. Dan, anything before I move on?
It's just comical what they enforce and what they don't enforce.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't forget the knees, the pants down to the knees.
The bicycle shorts.
Well, now that I don't understand. You know, I can't understand that at all, man. I had pads on under my feet. I don't care. I don't care. Everywhere you could have a pad, there was a pad. Now, my point is that if I hate player safety, I hate the word player safety when you're adding games. But that said, I think if you're going to do a uniformity type of rule, then I mean the NFL has uniformity things you have to do all the same. So. Yeah, and I don't care if you're a kicker. I don't need you having your shorts up to the middle of your thigh just because you're a kicker. It doesn't really matter, you know. Like dudes only came out like that if you stole their pads, you know, playing a joke on them or whatnot. They had no pads, so they come out. But you don't, you know, that makes no sense to me. I don't that they do that. Now I'm glad, you know, they can. They're strong enough to do that, but I wouldn't. Said, do your players come out like that?
Nah, man, we don't allow that. The refs checks all their pads and stuff, you know, before the game. You got to have knee pads, thigh pads, and all that stuff. I see these kids now, they got their pants cut up until their thighs.
Yeah.
You know, so that's crazy. I mean, they take a helmet to the knee, it's a wrap.
So let me ask a question then to the panel. With that said, right, and Cedric said the referees, the officials, the kids, is that maybe part of the problem with the NCAA that the referees are not, you know, checking the dudes when they come out the tunnel looking crazy wearing poom shorts to the game?
Ooh. Poom shorts to the game. Yo, fam, that's crazy. They should be.
Crazy.
They should be checking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, listen. That's part of their job. I would think that's part of their job, making sure that everybody's, you know, uniformed correctly. So Either that or, you know, the coaching staff. I mean, everybody got a job to do, right, D? We say it all the time. Everybody got a job to do. So somebody should be doing their jobs of checking in players, making sure they got X, Y, and Z, and that be that. Now, you know, Hey, that's
what
a
their
learning.
equipment
That's
is
a
for.
right. There you go. You know what I'm saying, Kat? So
And we finding you if you see your knees. Fines.
Hey.
$100,000 for your knees. Finding you.
Gotcha.
I was about to say the college player, 100,000, but yeah, they're making money now. So
yeah, the school, everybody. I don't care where you get it from. I don't care where you get the money from. Just get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move on to the next story here. This is from Andrew, Sports Illustrated Andrew Marchand, and he talks about this. Tony Dungy is likely out of NBC's Football Night in America, according to The Athletic. NBC Sports is planning significant changes to its Sunday Night Football pregame show, and Dungy is expected not to return as a regular analyst. Long-term role coming to potential end. He's been on there for 17 years, man. I didn't know he was on there for that long, man. So shout out to Tony Dungy. Network revamp is in progress. NBC is looking to refresh the pregame format, possibly taking the show fully on the road and slimming down the analyst roster. Contracts expired. Many contracts for NBC studios, analysts, including Dungy's, ended after Super Bowl 60. No final decision confirmed. Sources suggested Dungy has not been officially informed, and NBC could reverse course or offer him a reduced role, similar to the role previously given to legends like Bob Costas and Al Michaels. The show remains highly rated. Football Night in America continues to draw strong viewership, but NBC wants to evolve the brand rather than rely on its existing structure. I think they're going to try to go after Tomlin. What's my man that looks like he's about to retire? The Chiefs tight end. Did he retire yet, or is he going to retire?
Kelsey.
You know,
Good. That's true. But if Tony Dungy didn't know yesterday, his ass know now.
Word. I said, damn, y'all didn't even tell the brother. Y'all didn't even tell the brother he's got the axe. Wow.
Dang. Pink slip in the mail.
Okay. Kev, this might be because of the Bill Belichick thing, man. I'm like, all of a sudden. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just reporting. I'm just saying. Listen, this just comes around. Tony.
Yes,
there you go. All of a sudden, Tony Dungy's out. Now, mind you, shout out to Tony Dungy. I like him, but Tony Dungy is kind of boring to me sometimes. At times, you know what I'm saying? He's good, but he was kind of boring. But I just find it weird. Like 17 years in the game, and then all of a sudden, you don't even know that you got fired or let go or whatever the case.
Not till Kev told you. Kev told you.
Yeah, right. I like, yo, man. Yeah, that's a long time, man, to be disrespected like that. To me, that's disrespect.
But I do agree with you on that. Yo, he's not going to be the guy that is going to do like those hot takes, like So
no, that's not him.
What's his name, son? What's your man? Phil Simms' son. He get out there and say anything, his weed head ass, right? So,
allegedly,
he got a card, man. He got a card. He with that. All right. I've seen him say he with that on Football Night with his boy, the lawyer. He got a card. He do his thing with his card. But what I'm saying is, Cats would say all kind of funny mess on his show. And Tony Dungy is not doing it. It's like he's not doing no hot takes.
No, Tony's buttoning up, man. No, respect to Tony Dungy.
Don't need that on NBC. They trying to get they trying to get numbers,
They trying to get the ratings, man. So
say something crazy.
They want you to be Skip Bayless, man. They want you to be
out there. It might be Skip out there.
Yeah.
I can make a booger talk. What?
Yeah. He wants you to have Lil Wayne out there, and that's what this is what NBC wants. And I think, they got Maria Taylor out there. They got, she, showing legs. That, I mean, you know what it is now. It's a different day.
So you saying Wayne and Skip is coming? Go ahead, Ced. Sorry.
No, it's entertainment, bro. Tony Dungy, he's a classy dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's a little old school. So they want to go younger, entertain people. Bring out the younger generation. The younger generation don't want to see Tony Dungy, bro.
Yeah, they want to see Cardi B. I wouldn't be surprised. Cardi B got a spot out there, B.
What are they doing in the broadcast booth?
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter, Dan, no more. They don't care.
Yes, it
I
does.
said, yo,
And
Cardi B.
yeah,
Oh,
for
shit.
me and you, Dan, yeah, it does. We like that. We older. They don't
Cardi
care.
Yeah.
B.
These cats don't care no more. I mean, I
They
like
don't care.
the X and O's, man. But you got these new cats.
Yeah.
They'd rather have Cardi B
Cardi
and
B and
have
Chris Collinsworth. Damn.
and Meg Thee Stallion out
I
there.
want Rico.
And Meg Thee Stallion, right?
Yeah,
And Mike
yeah.
Tirico doing
Yeah.
that damn thing in the day.
Yo, didn't what's they lose their job last year? Like Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason? They lost their
Yeah.
Yeah, they
job.
did on CBS.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you.
Hey, Kev,
They getting younger.
hey, say, your boy Nate holding on, boy. Your
And
boy
Nate
Nate up
holding
in there living it. So,
Yeah, Nate doing his thing. That's my man.
Yeah.
eight-piece suit and the whole joint, boy.
Hey, Kev, if you want to really get real, yo, we get Tory Lanez up there and shoot his, have somebody shoot somebody. Hey,
Oh,
yo, man, you got something going,
Let's
man.
go. Let's go.
I'm
Blah.
just saying, man. Said
shot in
said
the
it
pinky
right,
toe.
man. Yeah. He said it right, man. I mean, for real, on the
It's-
real though,
it's
it's entertainment, man. This thing is changing, man. Right in front of us, man. I know, us old heads, we respect the
Ain't no more Mel Allen. How about that?
man. Yeah, it's leaving us right before our eyes, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Mike Tirico, those guys that that do it.
Mike Tirico did an outstanding job with the Olympic coverage with hockey, and we'll get Dan in here next when he covers hockey, man. But he did an outstanding. I always like Mike Tirico as a play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
He's been.
It's that's why I turn the sound off, man. I'd rather just watch the game with no sound, man. Because I can't hear Tony Romo for a whole game.
Well,
I jump off a building, man. That dude
Yeah.
kills me. And so does Chris Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth's no better.
And
I
Tom
was
Brady.
asking. What are
And
they
Tom
doing?
Brady out there telling everybody what they doing wrong. So I wouldn't have did it like that. The hell he doing that shit? I don't. We ain't do that.
Dan,
New England. We need to do it different. I don't know what the hell
Hey.
I'd have fired his ass. He dropped a pass like that on me. That's me. I said, right. I said, damn, Tom. Tom, get rid of you, boy.
You right. You are right, man. Yo, I mean the legends of it right now that call the games now, Kev. I mean Mike Tirico, Bob Costas, Al Michaels,
Kenny Albert.
Kenny Albert, Gus Johnson,
love Gus.
Even Troy Aikman's doing a pretty good,
Now he does a
good
good job, man. I think they all do, man.
Yeah, I mean, so this is what it is, man. So I think it's just moving in another direction, and Dungy, he'll be all right. He's served his purpose for 17 years there. He did a good job.
Listen, he made a lot of money in 17 years, man.
He sure did. Sure
I
did.
don't feel, I feel sorry for him up to a point.
Right. He all right. He gonna be all right.
He all right, bro. He gonna be all right. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be outside selling bean pies.
Nah. The final call. None of that.
None of that, B.
Hey, go get the street news.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be doing that. He good.
Dan, did you have something? I'm sorry.
No, I was just asking what they were going to do. Up in the booth. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, I like Tirico.
Gotcha, man.
The other one.
Who you say?
He said the other one. The other one.
Chris
Collinsworth.
Wow.
I don't think nobody likes.
Chris, like you like your man Mahomes too much, man. Everything Mahomes do is look at that.
Word.
Oh God, man, damn, it's okay. It was a good pass, man. Relax.
Oh man, he like that glaze on that cake, man. He like that. So
yeah, man,
what it is.
So let me move on here. Dan, we up with hockey. We got the men's and the ladies. They bring home the gold. The NHL, they started back last night. I'll give it to you, Dan. What you got?
I guess we could do the Olympics first.
Go ahead.
But I'll start with the ladies because they finished up before the men. But the USA women's hockey team was incredible. Like I think I had DVR'd every Olympic hockey game. So the ones I couldn't watch when I was working or whatever, I'd go back and watch later. And they systematically, the U.S. team just buried everybody they played. Like the 5-0 win, I think, against Canada in the round robin section of it, like the beginning of the tournament, they weren't playing with their captain Philippe Poulin. So that cost Canada quite a bit, because she is phenomenal for Canada. She's usually the dagger in the USA side when it comes to these games when they play Olympics or World Championships. But I saw a stat, and it was crazy. So between the two U.S. goaltenders, so you had Aaron Frankel play for the women, Connor Hellebuyck for the men. I think Frankel had a .980 save percentage and a .39 goals against. Like they scored, I forget what it was at one point. It was like 31 goals and gave up one before they went into the tournament portion.
Standing on the head.
Oh yeah, like she played phenomenal. And then Hellebuyck, he had something like a .956 save percentage and a 1.18 goals against throughout the entire tournament. When he played, he was outstanding. But yes, the ladies, watching them play, like, I don't know if we talked about it or not, Kevin, but I know I talked to some of the people at work. But like, if you watch the USA women play, they are so aggressive. Like, they have like three, maybe they're stay-at-home defensemen where they won't venture too far away from where they're supposed to be. But the rest of them, like I think it was Barnes, Wynn, Keller. Who's the other one? I can't. Caroline Harvey. She reminds me of Quinn Hughes. She's such such a great skater as a defenseman. But like the one play, they won a face-off in the end. The near boards defenseman was in the corner, so the forward rotated out. The other defenseman came down the boards across the face-off dot, across the front of the goal mouth, and the other forward rotated back for her, and they just was the D to D, and they were both by the goal line for a goal. I was like, this is wild. And I think that's pretty much a lot of how they were confusing teams, and they were just all over teams, forwards, defensemen. But like getting to the gold medal game, man, what was it? 2:04 left in the game. They pulled the goaltender. Edwards, she took the wrist shot from the point, and Captain Hillary Knight standing in front of the net with a beautiful tip.
That's a bad trick.
Yep, just popped the puck up a little bit over the blocker into the net. Tie game 1-1. And of course, the way the Olympics is set up, they play 3-on-3 for the overtime. So
talk about that, because that really grinds Dan's gears.
like I get it, like early on, and maybe even in the knockout rounds, but we're like, this is like Game 7 of the Stanley Cup, winner takes all, and you're gonna play 3-on-3, like the gimmick.
Yeah, why take away from the game?
Yeah, and I heard Cooper's comments, and he's right, but it's TV driven. It's they're trying to get that game over as soon as possible.
Yeah,
because they got other stuff they got to do. So like I get it and the other stuff, but I think that was like one of the last events of.
Yeah, I believe hockey. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
of the whole thing, because I think they had what was it, bobsledding? The 4-man bobsledding teams were running.
Yeah, okay.
And they had one other, I think, event, but it wasn't in the ice hockey arena. But like I get it, like, because if you watch how both games ended, I mean, you're basically playing 3v3 basketball. You're just manning up.
Yeah.
And if your person gets away with it, you're done. You're cooked.
Gotcha.
And basically that's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, in the ladies' game, which, like I said, they're super aggressive. And what was crazy to me was the defenseman that scored the game-winning goal technically should be in her own defensive zone, but she was by the red line, the center line, and the winger Heisey, her center, she just passed the puck up all three zones and caught her in stride going into the offensive zone, and she made an awesome toe drag on the Canadian girl and went right around to the person trying to defend her, and then just chipped the backhand up over the pad into the back of the net. Rest is history. But like that's what they like. The forward was at the goal line in the defensive zone.
Right.
Was out at the red. And
I do have a question though, man. For real.
Huh?
So in watching it, and I'm dead serious. I was listening to some things, did some reading. Like, how do you feel like because America really puts a lot of money, time, and effort into the women's team. Now they do, of course, they do with the men's, but I'm just saying they put a lot of money, time, and effort into the women's team. Do you think that's like? I would assume that it helps the team, but to push them to where they're at because they're the preeminent number one team. Like, what did it happen over years or like the development? How did we get to a point to where they're that dominant?
Well, going back to 1998 when they first brought in.
Right, I'm listening.
The Olympics for the women. There's only been two teams to win gold. Canada and the USA. So it kind of reminds me of the U.S. Women's soccer team. Like, they're always good. They're always contending for stuff. And, for the ladies, I mean, you look what bringing them into the Olympics, what that brought for them. It took a while, but their success in the Olympics brought more college teams with women, got more American little girls playing hockey.
Yep.
And drove that sport to where it is today from where they started. Because I believe they won the first gold medal in 98. But building off of that, well, now they have the Professional Women's Hockey League. And that's, to me, is an all result of how they've developed Team USA for the ladies and their success in the World Championships. Even the younger age groups, all of these girls have came up through one of the developmental programs. Like Layla Edwards, she's from Cleveland Heights, with Kelsey's. Well, I saw where she actually, I think, played for the Pittsburgh elite team that they have up there that's still playing, still has boys and girls teams up there now. So, like, it's like anything. If you want something to succeed or you want to build a foundation, you got to start, with developmental programs, but you also have to put money into it.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, whether it's men's or women's, it doesn't matter. If you're investing money in it, succeeding and it's winning, championships or gold medals or silver medals, I mean, why not?
Oh no, I got no problem. I was just looking at reading stuff, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
it's good because they really put their money where their mouth is with these ladies, and the product shows, right? And the product comes out, But yeah, this is first class all the way, which is like you said, I think it still building. Well, like women's hockey.
I know she said it probably might be her last Olympics, Hillary Knight. But if you look down the line, and like I know Stackline's been there for a few Olympics, but a lot of the young ladies they have on that team are like college age. They're playing college hockey. I think like 6 of them are on college teams. And then you have some other ones that are probably, mid-20s, like maybe 28 or whatever, somewhere in there. So they have a good system and pool to pull from. Because, like, they're super entertaining to watch. Like, I taped, like I said, all their games. I watched all their games. And I just absolutely like Abby Murphy. I watched her play, and I chuckle every time I watch her play because she reminds me of some of the players that play in the men's game where they're the agitator. Like she plays hard, she's gonna get in your face.
Wilson.
She's the Kachuk.
Well, I would say she's more like a Brad Marchand, highly skilled, but just gets under your skin. Like you're gonna get an illegal body check probably once a game from her, but that she just goes 100% all the time. So like their future is bright. Like I think that it's going to be, a couple cycles of this where the U.S. team, because I believe all three of the goaltenders weren't on the team from the last one. Because we all remember the Lamoureux sisters, Amanda Kessel, and some of those players from past Olympics, where now they're getting younger. But yeah, to watch the whole thing unfold, like the gold medal game was great. The entire game was great. But, Poulin, like the biggest thing with that game, it was late in the game. I forget who took the penalty, but Canada was on the power play. And mind you, Poulin, she was out a couple games earlier because I believe it was one of her knees. She got banged up. But she's in between the face-off dots, 10 feet from the goalie, gets a pass and rips it and probably just missed the top of the crossbar by a sliver, like a piece of paper. Hits the glass. They don't score. Game remains 1-0. If she scores a goal there, it makes it 2-0 with like 5 minutes left. It's going to be really difficult for USA to come back on that because there's just not enough time. If you're down 1, yeah, it's a little bit easier. But to be down 2,
right,
and you really hadn't had anything go your way the entire game, so kudos to them for not giving up, keep sticking with it. They played their asses off. They deserve the gold medal.
Not to mention they gave up what? 0. What was the statistic that they gave up? How many goals they gave up during the
I think 2. I think the first game they played against, it was at Czechia. They were up 1-0 and they came down and scored them at 1-1. And then they didn't give up another goal until they played Team Canada. And when they were down 1-0, and then in the gold medal game.
Gotcha. All
right.
right.
On the men's side, like that gold medal game was phenomenal too. And
we had no business winning that game.
Like, I know people were like, USA kicked their ass. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. If you watched the game, no, they didn't.
No, they did. Like, they were good coming out of the gate. First period, Matt Boldy.
First period, they was zooming.
Hey, that's one of those things that like Boldy did. That's one of those things you practice after practice when the coach.
Second period, third period, they was dragging ass. But go ahead, Dan.
But no, like he made that little tip up and tipped it up out of the air so he could get around the defenseman. Scored on Bennington on the backhand, and then they were good for the rest of the first period. And then the second period rolled around, and it was pretty close. Even I want to say it was probably like 13 minutes, maybe 10 minutes left in the second. They took that penalty, 4 minute, and it was a 5-on-3. Almost like a minute 35, I think it was. Against McDavid, McKinnon, McCarr, and I'm trying to think who else was out there with them. But you have probably the 5 of the top 10 global stars in hockey on the ice at one time.
Bunch of dogs. Mm-hmm.
And credit to the Americans, man. They battled. They got pucks out. They were able to, kill both penalties and not let them score.
Oh, and the double.
The 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And Hellebuyck had a phenomenal game. Like, I've never seen a goalie play that good. Like what he did was just incredible.
And he was fired during the games last year. What was that? The
Four Nations?
4 Nations.
Yeah. He was the goalie back then too.
Yeah.
But like that after that, USA got a little boost. They had like a shift, maybe 2 shifts, if that, to where they had some good shifts. And then from then on, from the rest of the time in the period, in the second, all the way to overtime, Canada absolutely railroaded them. And if you watch the game, the difference between USA and Canada was the puck got on the USA end. They went around for a while, and USA never really skated the puck out of the zone. All you saw was the Larry Murphy high dump out to center ice or toward their blue line, Canada's blue line, and Canada get the puck and they come back and do it again. And what was it? The save that Hellebuyck made on Devon Taves was incredible because I was watching that in the living room and with the surround sound on, and I'm like, did he just shoot that completely sideways? I'm like, there's no way he got a piece of that. And they showed the replay, and he got like just the very bottom of the, like a goalie sticks wider on the blade and wider part way up. They call it the paddle. And then it goes down to like a normal stick size towards the top. But he got the paddle on that thing and kicked it out to the corner. I was like, there's no way. And they were just coming, getting chances, opportunities, scrambles in front of the net. It looked like Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like they were playing that how intense it was. And then you had McKinnon on the side of the goal crease, gets a pass cross ice. Hellebuyck's nowhere near that side of the goal, and somehow he shanks it and hits the netting and not even the post. He was like three inches left of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you miss that? So it's like
shanked it, or he looked like to me more or less he whiffed. He caught,
like shanked it, didn't get it in the sweet spot of the blade, got healed it just a little bit or towed it, but yeah, like he's gonna make that 99 out of 100 times. That just happened to be the one time. And then you had Celebrini, the Macklin Celebrini from San Jose, the young one on the team.
Mm-hmm.
He had a breakaway. And I don't know, he didn't get all his shot either. It just kind of trickled like wrist shot to the lower pad. McDavid had a breakaway. He couldn't score. Like they just grinded out the USA the rest of the main period just to get to overtime.
Yeah, I thought they was going to win.
Yeah, I was like, because they were saying, the Americans probably wanted to get it to overtime, and I'm like, I don't know about that. 3-on-3, McCarr, McKinnon, McDavid, like this lightning fast kids, trying to play basically 3-on-3 basketball with them, try to pick them up. I'm like, that's not a good plan. Not after you spent the last 30 minutes in your zone, pretty much. Because like the shot totals were ridiculous. For and against in that game. But like they go into overtime. Well, see, this is what I love about hockey. So puck goes into the corner, and I'm trying to think who took the penalty, but Jack Hughes goes around to go play the puck, and the guy loses his balance and absolutely just slams him in the face. Knocks out 2 of his front teeth. Basically, he's laying on the ice, picks up his teeth, takes him to the bench, hands him to the trainer. He gets a little love from the trainer, trying to get the bleeding to stop, and stays there. Doesn't go to the locker room. Not out 6 months. He just sits there and waits for his turn to go back on the ice. And he actually got it on the power play.
Shots fired by Dan. Go ahead.
He took a high sticking penalty, so he had to go sit in the box. But late, in overtime, or not late in overtime, but like when they scored in overtime, it was crazy. So they got the McDavid. The only fault that I give to Canada is they got a little hero ball at the end. When it's 3-on-3, you're basically man on man. And McDavid, like he's going past the Canada bench. McKinnon hops off onto the ice, and basically USA has all 3 guys back. And he tries to beat all 3. So they get him stopped. They pass the puck behind the net. Werenski gets it. He bumps it to the middle of the ice, trying to get to Jack Hughes. Well, it's out in front of him. Cale Makar's coming right at him. And by like millimeters, he poked the puck up the ice out of Makar's reach. So now Makar's trapped. McDavid's trapped. Werenski already is going up the boards. He picks up the puck in the Canadian zone. He wins the battle against McKinnon. Basically, just bullies him off the pocket, stops up the brakes. Hughes is the late man coming back down the middle. Werenski finds him on the far side, rips a wrist shot underneath the pad. Game over. And his interview after the game was amazing. Like, just the pure energy and his love for his teammates, his country, and everything else. It was awesome. And all the interviews I've seen that he's done since that, because like, you're the man. You scored the golden goal. It's been 46 years since the USA has won.
1980.
And this dude's going to be remembered for a long time.
Lake Placid.
So, and like, every time they interview him, it was never about him. It was always the brotherhood, the team, his teammates. And like, Kevin, you were mentioning it earlier. So the Devils played Buffalo last night in New York. And they had, I don't know, I think it's your governor or somebody. They rolled out the carpet or whatever. But they brought Jack Hughes out and they had him on a microphone. And what'd he do? He didn't go out there and skate by himself. He strolled right over to the Buffalo bench to his teammate Tage Thompson, that won the gold with him. Said, "Come on out. You're gonna celebrate with me."
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and like I said, tonight in Pittsburgh, when he started the game, so he was out there for the national anthem. They had his, they had the picture of the U.S. players that won the gold up on the jumbotron, and then they had a picture of him, and the place went crazy. They just cheered for him like he was a Penguin. So, and they're going to be doing that probably in every arena. Probably.
Yeah, at least for the next month or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, and like even after that game was over and they were handing out like the medals, and like you could see the absolute frustration in Canada because they know that, like, if you watch hockey, you sit there and you go, man, they played so much better than we did. How the hell did we win? Sometimes it's the breaks, sometimes it's the bounces. But if you work hard,
I don't know dude's name, Dan, but he said it after the game. Dude from Canada said, "Yo, who was the guy from Canada said anybody who knows hockey could tell who was the better team. Well, the better team didn't win.
That's what happens in hockey. Sometimes the better team doesn't win because it takes effort. It takes puck luck. I mean, there's a lot goes into because like I think it was early in that game with the men. It was at the end of the first period. Faber took a wrist shot from the blue line, and it went through everybody, and he got a double doinker. It hit the near post, far post.
I texted you that one, yeah,
and rocketed out. So it's like things like that. Like that was just like
the bounces.
Yeah, so close to being, hit the inside of the post and go in, opposed to going. Because think about it this way: it hit one post and went straight across the crease and hit the other post.
I think Eddie Olche, he was the one that called it out. He said, hey, was that a double
dink?
And sure enough, they went back and played it, and I was like, wow.
But yeah, so like that game was phenomenal. That's probably one of the best hockey games I've watched. And like after watching the Four Nations tournament, obviously Olympics, can't fight, you get thrown out. Tom Wilson, how about that?
Yeah, he fought.
Yep. And kudos for him though, because two of his, star players got ran. And he was like, He got ragdolled. He didn't do much, but at least he tried to stand up for him.
Right.
But that's, and here's the things I loved about the Olympics. First of all, no animated boards. No ads on the boards, no ads in the glass. 2, no ads on the jerseys, no ads on the helmets. Third thing I liked was they didn't run a million commercials. It was basically hockey, and maybe once or twice a period they would go to a commercial. So, and there was no sports betting ads or parlays put up on the screen, all that bullshit. It was just about the sport, which was awesome. The only thing I thought I didn't really like when we talked about it was there's a reason the boards are white. I don't know why they put like the black, dark green, whatever it was, in between the benches at center ice. Because that one that Swayman gave up where the guy shot it from right in front of there and he couldn't see it because it blended in with the background. That to me, like that was awesome. Like I didn't have to watch all these ads move across the boards and get distracted, all that crap. But now, you know, that's all done. I guarantee that Team USA players are probably still hungover.
Hey, they party down in Miami.
McAfee paid $150,000
at Club 11.
Yeah.
50K. He took care of them. So, and shout out to both the ladies and the men.
But hey, also just real quick, March 6th, I believe, is the trade deadline, and people were already getting their pink slips. You know, they did the Panarin trade to the Kings right before the trade deadline. Tuesday, right up, I probably did the second that they lifted the freeze, the no movement freeze. The Penguins moved Brett Kulak, who they got from Edmonton when they traded Tristan Jarry to Edmonton for Skinner and Kulak. So they moved. He's a unrestricted free agent, so he can go wherever he wants. So they traded him to Colorado in return for was it Girardi, the defenseman, and a second-round pick, which Dubas has done a pretty good job getting like a farm system back together, draft picks, because I think the next 3 years we got 3 first-round picks, we got 12 second-round picks, and 10 third-round picks in the next 3 years. Plus, we got all these young kids that are playing. And you can always use the draft picks to trade for players. But I'm excited to get the rest of the season going and see who gets traded where, see who gets, makes their team a little more competitive, because that's like, I think, why Colorado went and got Kulak, because he's a good he's good. Well, he's a good stay-home defenseman, and it opens up, because I think the guy that we got was like $5 million a year, and he's making less than that, so it opens up some cap space so that they can make a bigger move for another forward to help for the push. But yeah, it's going to get nutty here in the next week or so.
Gotcha. Anything else, Dan?
No, just that Edmonton lost yesterday to Anaheim 6-5. And their first game back from the Olympics. They're still struggling, bro. Like,
I think, man, you mentioned you texted me and Daryl. Well, you texted all of us last night. You talked about Panarin, and I said to you, they still got beat. Not Vancouver. Vegas had a couple of the guys out from the Olympic stuff, and but yeah, you said Panarin had 2 assists. So yeah, man, rebuilding it for the bro. So I'm good with that. So Dan, if that's it.
Yep.
He is Dan K, the hockey dude. I didn't mean to play my name. Sound like the wrestler.
My Ric Flair glasses.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, we move to the hardware before we move to the pros real quick. I know I was supposed to go to the NCAA. We're a little short for time and stuff like that. I promise you we'll get to it next week. Hopefully Michael will be on here. Mike Mills will be on there to address it. I currently have South Carolina, and they're playing. Who they're playing? South Carolina. The ladies are playing. South Carolina, I believe, is number 2 in the nation. The ladies, man. And hey, shout out to St. John's, man. I mean, I know Connecticut beat the brakes off them last, but hey, the Johnny T in a row, man, and UConn had to get them back, man. So shout out to them, and look forward to March Madness, which is, like I said, slowly creeping upon us, man. So I don't know where Ryan went. Ryan should be back shortly, man. But hey, we're gonna talk some pro basketball here. We're gonna talk. Let's start off with what main man said. He got his Knick hat on. Let me read something real quick about the Knicks, the NBA here. And hopefully Ryan will join us here. And this is from who is this from? From Zach Brasilia from the New York Post, and he wrote this on yesterday. The New York Knicks have struggled badly coming out of the All-Star break, especially with one of Coach Mike Brown's key principles. He says this struggle is significant enough that it's being highlighted as a major issue for a team with playoff hopes. Knick performance has dipped and may be linked to not executing the system Brown values. This comes amid a larger narrative about New York's trajectory during their season and their challenges maintaining consistency. Looks like Mike Brown's philosophy is under fire. Them coming out the All-Star break in the slump, man, I don't know.
What is Mike's philosophy?
His philosophy?
What did he say?
His philosophy? Mike's philosophy is to touch the paint and spray the ball. You know, so I mean, they've been doing it, and I think you have to. Your players have to fit your system. You know, like the one reason I love Pat Riley is because when he's with the Lakers, it was Laker break all day, and then when he came to the Knicks, it was all right. We going to Mason, we going to Pat, you know, we going inside out. So you got to be able to change up. You know what I'm saying, and see what's working and what's not. You know, so I mean, right now we ain't hitting no 3-point shots. You know, what we shot like the other night against Cleveland, 5 for 30, something like that. It was crazy. So when that's not working, you got to go inside out. Go to Cat. He only touched the ball 5 times,
and he scored 5 times. He's the only one that hit shots.
Scored all 5 times, bro. So you know, that's crazy.
I will say, go ahead, D-Dubbz.
So what do you say about the lack of you just said it as far as Cat not touching the ball 5 times. It's kind of ridiculous. I say why we're not doing the pick and roll more often, pick and pop, all these things. And is Mike Brown going to be a one and done coach? Because I think he might be one and done. If he doesn't get to the finals, said he's one and done, dog. Because we this team act like they don't know defense no more. So we lost Tibbs because we thought that we needed more offense and we needed the rest of the players. And now these guys act like they don't even know what the defense is or what it looks like no more. So we lost something.
Well, listen, behind closed doors, dudes was complaining.
Okay.
You know, they was complaining about Tibbs running them into the ground. You know, that's one thing that I know. And, you know, if they lose, if they don't make it to the finals, I think he might be gone. You know what I'm saying? He might be gone. So I mean, we got to see. I mean, they didn't trade for Giannis. I think he's still coming. You know, but they wanted to see what was going to happen this year. So we got to see, man. They better get it right.
Yeah. Or you know? Can you speak on the Mikal Bridges, because we lost? You done traded Mikal. You got you traded away picks for Mikal Bridges, and that's not looking great.
Well, listen. Like I told my cousin, I said, listen, Mikal Bridges with his pirouettes and his have you ever seen a dude fade away from a fadeaway?
Yo, dog, what are you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the dude fades away every play. He doesn't want no contact.
No contact. You know
he fades away. He gets you on his first step is kind of quick, so he'll come around a curl and he'll have a beeline straight to the basket. And instead of going to the rack and trying to get fouled, he'll fade away to the baseline. So I don't know if that was a great trade. We gave up 5 picks for the dude. You know what I'm saying? And right now he's not. He's supposed to be second, third option, and right now he's not doing it. I'm not happy
your cousin.
with it.
Yeah, your cousin be telling me to calm down. And like, yo, Mikal, he's all right. And I'm like, D, I'm just saying I don't see what you're seeing, but he's not doing it for me. And for 5 picks, the picks we gave up is not adding up. I need a guy to go strong, go hard to the rack, just like you just said. He's doing stuff that is like it makes me question: did we do our homework on? Did we just jump out the window for Mikal could we have waited before we had made that type of deal?
Well, listen, with that right there, I strongly agree, because I think we jumped out the window. You know, see, I watched him with the Nets. I knew he wasn't a 1 or 2 option. He's a third option. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude doesn't want the contact. He don't get to the foul line. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's a good player, but for that price and the money that they just paid him, you could find somebody else for cheaper that does what he do. I mean, I don't think my man Trey Murphy making that much money. You know, Trey Murphy, nice, and he'll bang it on you.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm a return on investment. I was just like, yo, I thought he could play, but not for what we gave him. You know, I didn't think he was worth all that we gave. So we definitely jumped out the window. And I don't know if Tibbs was part of that or not. I got no idea. I know I know we all agree that Tibbs did not play enough players, but they did play defense.
Yes.
You know, but that was always his thing. He was always the defensive coach somewhere. And I would have loved if he could have stayed and been the defensive coach here. But the reality was that we were stagnant on offense. It was just, let big body Brunson do it, and everybody. That wasn't going to work, man. Not for a full season.
Nah, and then by the time you got to the second, third round, those dudes was dead tired, man. You know what I'm saying? Indiana just they ran us off the court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those dudes was tired. They started breaking down. You know, Tibbs play you 35, 40 minutes a game, and he's stubborn. You know, he real stubborn. Like, I know, like when he came, I don't know if you remember, when he came, they was going to hire him. And they said, it was stipulations with the hiring. You know, like, they had to have Mike Woods in there. They had to have the other guy that went to Louisville. And they had to have the other guy that went to Cleveland. I forgot their names. But if they wasn't going to sign him unless he had those 3 assistants with him, he wanted to bring his own team. I was like, nah, you can't do that because you don't listen. You know? And it's crazy. By the time he left, all those dudes was gone.
Right. And it's the funny thing is with the Knicks, I feel like we traded away soul for scoring. And the Knicks, I don't feel like there's something missing from this team.
DiVincenzo.
Nah, you know what's missing from the team? Like, do you think OG's worth the money?
No.
Real talk.
I like him, but no.
So I like him too.
Listen, he's getting $45 million a year, bro.
He's getting a lot of money.
And, he's getting a lot of bread. You know, and when Brunson's not showing up, is he giving you 30? No.
That's
that's
it.
He gave us last night, yeah.
I think and whatever Ryan gets on here, this is where I'll be like, I think we got man, because he's not. You right. He's not giving it, because if you add. Now, I'm not saying Giannis is the solver of all problems, but I know if Brunson ain't got it, I know I'm going to get it from this cat. I know I'm going to get 30 plus. I could get 30 plus from Giannis.
Easy.
Mikal and OG, and I love these guys. I'm not getting that from those 2 guys. I know. But to trade on the flip side, to trade all those guys for just Giannis, then we're gonna have a whole nother problem trying to find other players to go around those 2. So we kind of
the key is when you trade for a generational player like that, you can't gut your whole foundation.
Correct.
You know, you got to add to your foundation. So that's where it's tricky. So I mean, if they trade Cat and Mikal, Deuce and picks, I would do that.
Okay.
You know, I would do that.
Okay.
Keep OG and, keep Mitch, keep Brunson and Giannis. Because they say if they did that, they might get what's name back, the kid Grant. I like Jeremy Grant. He tough.
Yeah. Jeremy Grant? Yeah.
Jeremy Grant's tough.
Yeah, he tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He tough. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think we got enough dogs. Detroit, they all tough.
All of them.
They all tough. They all got
They all want to fight.
They all want to fight, bro. Like, who wants to fight on our team?
A barroom what is it? A barroom fight all the time with them. 3 times they dragged her. They drug us all 3 times.
All 3 times. And the thing is, nobody stood up for like, yo, at least I watched the Charlotte game. At least the Charlotte dudes fought back. I like that. I like that.
We mentioned that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, at least the Hornets fought back during that game, man.
They fought back, man. They like, yo, you're not gonna come in here and punk us, bro.
Yeah.
And right now, Detroit is punking us.
Well, we knew beginning of the year though. We said honestly that we're not big enough to mess with Cade and Ivy, and they traded Ivy now to well, not Chicago. Ivy's gonna give him a place for Chicago, but we knew they didn't have the size to deal with them, and they don't have the dogs underneath the paint to rebound with Duran and those guys. When they're all healthy, it's hell to pay down there. It's hell to pay.
Yeah. So, well, it's 2 things that I feel about the Knicks, and I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah.
Either Mike Brown is holding on to all his tricks in the bag, and he's gonna pull them out during the playoffs, because we ain't run no pick and rolls, we ain't run no pick and pops, we ain't run none of that.
What happened to
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. So hopefully he has some stuff in the bag for the playoffs. If not, he's in trouble.
Gotcha. Ryan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Mm-hmm.
Ryan, we talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ryan's our NBA guy, man. Ryan, we was just talking about the Knicks here as we started off the NBA, the NBA segment here, man, and kind of put it in the chat. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on the New York Knicks, the state of the Knicks, your opinion.
Oh, well, he just hit it dead on the head. It's exactly what I text you guys this afternoon. Like, they don't run any pick and rolls and no pick and pops because Cat can shoot. So it's the perfect scenario, to use. That's a good point. Maybe they are not trying to show their hand, but then I can say, well, it's pick and roll is that's just basic. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't do that. So it's not like it's a play where we can't show our hand because a play. Pick and roll is just pick and roll. That's just basic basketball.
Basic basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basic basketball. Like, I agree with you to an extent. But then you say, why aren't you just not using basic basketball? You're not going to surprise somebody in the playoffs because you're just running basic pick and pop, and then you want to know that it can work. You want to get that chemistry. It can work, because there's one thing about the NBA: you don't practice much. Nobody practices. You're flying on off days. There's no time to practice, so you're just playing. I mean, it all stems from. You have your best offensive player, which I think obviously your best clutch player is Brunson. I think your best offensive player is Cat, because of the way he can score. He can score in the mid range. He can score in the post. He can hit the 3. Now, obviously, Brunson is fantastic, but he's a small point guard who thinks pass first. So you're going to have games where Cat, like last game, 4 for 4 in the first half. He gets 1 shot in the second half and he hits that. He's 5 for 5, and he doesn't see the ball. He doesn't see the ball again.
You mean score first?
Score first.
You meant score first.
Yeah, score first. That's what I meant. Yeah, score first, point guard. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah,
you got it.
So. You're going to have to live with that, unless Brunson either way change the way he plays at times. Now I understand. Hey, facilitate more in the first 3 quarters, and then in crunch time, do your thing, Brunson. But he has to be a more of a willing passer, in my opinion.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and just hear me out real quick. Can Brunson turn into a pass first? Because we didn't know what Brunson was. Brunson just kind of blossomed in front of us as far as on the Knicks team.
Right.
I thought he was a pass first guy.
Yeah, he was.
at first, and then now all of a sudden that he's gotten great, and he's gotten good, very clutch, and he's become a scoring point guard now. Is the pass first still there? Because he should be able to see
if you can do it,
he got
you can do it. If you can do it, you can do it. He did it in college, and he did it in Dallas, right?
Yeah, because he played off the ball in Dallas a lot because Luka has the ball. So and I'm not saying you got to be I'm not saying you have to be he has to be a pass first point guard. I'm not saying that because you still got to go to your guy's strength, and his strength is scoring.
Yes.
Right. But at time, like you have to know as a point guard, Cat is rolling and he hasn't touched the ball. You have to know as a coach, Cat is rolling and he hasn't touched the ball. Hey, run this set for Cat. Cat gets the ball right here. Or whatever, 2 down, whatever the play is. Like you can control that.
And that's why I want to blame Mike Brown on that, because Brunson is supposed to be the extension from you.
Right. It's all on those two. It's all on those two.
It's those two. Yes.
Like
to get Cat involved.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I feel like Cat should have the most shots, should take the most shots on the team. And then Brunson second, because Brunson is the point guard. Brunson has to facilitate. You guys have scorers. Bridges can score. OG can score when he wants to, but you just don't get the opportunity. I think if the offense becomes more versatile, where now, okay, it's not just, they said it's about Harden, dribble, and then he gives you a grenade at the end, and then you got to, shoot up a shot. Mm-hmm. It's almost the same thing with Brunson. He dribbles a lot because he's great at it. But you have to know as a point guard when to get my guys involved. And Brunson knows he's going to get the ball at in the clutch. He knows he's going to get it. So get everybody else involved.
I mean, always say this, Ryan.
Yeah,
I always say this, man. The press messes up NBA players more than any other league, man. Mm-hmm. You start calling dude big body Brunson and this, that, and the third.
Oh, go see your head.
Yeah, dudes change and their games change. I always tell Kev back in the days, Kev, what I said about that flight time damn poster. You put John Stark on the poster like he a 3-point shooter and he wasn't.
Yo, man,
then we 2 for 18.
I remember that poster. In Penn Station. Yeah.
Well,
next thing you know, we 2 for 18. Because you told him he was a shooter. He was a scorer. Mark Jackson, they were not shooters. These were scorers.
Yeah. I just think it would just make the Knicks more dynamic if he facilitated more. There's too many times when he's a leading shot taker on the team. And
Ryan, I agree with you 100%. Right, but honestly, I think something's going on in the locker room between him and Cat. Josh Hart made a comment a couple of weeks ago about we all have to be professionals. This is right before the trade deadline. And I think
right.
Cat was affected by him
trade talks.
The trade talks. And I could tell it's been times where to me it seemed like Brunson was freezing Cat out. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, he not passing him the ball, bro.
And not only
possession after possession after possession after possession. And I'm like, Cat is open. And he looking him off, and he's going to Bridges.
And punch him in the face then. Go in the locker room, punch him in the motherfucking face.
You know what?
No.
You know what?
Cat ain't that dude, though, dogs.
Yeah.
And
Cat ain't that dude.
Not only is Cat not that dude, right? It's hard to start doing that when the man's daddy is on the damn bench right next to the coach.
Then slap him. Don't punch him. Slap him. Do whatever you're gonna do.
No, I mean Cat knows that Brunson's a made man, right? And he can't do that shit. Excuse my French. He knows he can't.
Why not?
He can't do it. He can't do it.
He can't. But I mean, in order for them to succeed and go far, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to pass the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Because Because not for nothing, what do we always say about power forwards, big men? Man, if they get the ball, they're gonna do all the other stuff. And not for nothing, man. Cat rebounds his ass off.
Yeah, he does.
Say what you want. Cat rebounds. Cat will still would have 5-7 shots in the game and have 15 rebounds. Like reward the guy. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? He's not demanding the ball. It's hard to demand the ball from a guy like Brunson. Just is.
Hey, I'm gonna say this before we move off. It's gonna start with Brunson. Brunson's gonna have to, because it's going to turn around, and the fingers are going to start pointing his way at some point that he's not getting the job done, because he is the leader of the team. And you can say what you want. You got a 7-footer right there, and he's not getting the ball. That's a problem.
And beginning of the season, I actually heard trade talks like, yo, trade Brunson for Giannis. Because we've seen that. I know it's never going to happen. I'm just saying that.
Brunson ain't going nowhere, bro.
No.
They love Brunson.
Yeah, they love him. But
they love Brunson, bro. They love
Brunson. They love Brunson, but it's proven in the NBA, shoot first, small point guards do not win championships. They just don't.
Yeah,
they just don't. And if you're going to make Brunson your best player, is that a recipe for success to win a championship? I don't think so. I think Brunson needs to fall back offensively, get everybody, especially Cat, and just get him the ball, get everybody going, and then close the game.
Absolutely.
That's it.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with that.
And that's also on Mike Brown. Mike Brown, dude, listen, call the play. Now, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself. Call plays for the man. It's ridiculous. He's too talented.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, this is why I said Mike Brown is going to be out of here after 1 year if he don't get it done. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, the guy is gone. If he doesn't get it done, he's gone. Mike Malone comes in, and we're going to try to reboot it and get them.
Queens in the building.
Yeah.
Queens in the building.
And not for nothing, Mike Brown was brought in to kind of help the offense.
And which he has. Now believe we third in scoring as far as offense, but we have lost defense.
Yeah.
So go figure.
But
hey, something's got to happen.
Yeah, I mean, but like you guys said, it might be off in the locker room, you know. But how can it not be off, man? Like, dude, you got your dad sitting right there, man. That's gotta be a conflict of interest somewhere.
Hey,
they just have to.
Not for the DA. Not for the DA. The DA says slap.
Hey, right. I mean, you know, for players in the locker room, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got you.
Both can get it, B. I'll slap the coach.
Yeah, and not only that, Brunson took the pay cut. Although he did ask for his money, though, he already told y'all straight up, hey, in 2 years, y'all know what time it is. He came out and said that thing.
So, he won his bread. He won his bread.
Oh, yeah. So at that point, Cat, he's going to be 30? How old is Brunson? 28, 29?
28. I believe he's 28.
He's 28?
He might be 29.
You sure? He might be 29, yeah.
He might be 29. I got to check. But I got one more thing to say. I got one thing to say about the Knicks, right?
Okay.
The one problem that I have with them is that, we have 5 players in a rotation under 6'4". And the teams that we struggle against have length, and we don't have length. You know what I'm saying?
Jalen Brunson is 29.
Yeah, so you got Brunson at 6'2", you got Alvarado at 6 feet, you got Deuce at 6
and they list him at 6'2". He ain't no 6'2", bro. I tell you that now.
No, and then you got Hart at 6'4". So, and when you play against an Amon Thompson and Cade who's 6'6", 6'7", 6'7", 6'8", the whole line is everybody's 6'7", 6'8". That's tough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is tough.
That's tough, man. Playing with these short guards. That's the only thing that worries me.
Right. And to make I'm not comparing these two, so I don't want to be sacrilegious. But remember what happened with Jordan, right? When Jordan got off the ball and they went to the triangle, they're like, look, man, we got you can't keep dominating the ball like that. Got to get everybody involved. You'll get it. You'll get it when it's time to get it. That's when they took off.
Yep.
It's got to be. It's got to be that kind of fine tuning. And you might be right. Maybe they're saving it for the playoffs. But you also don't want to run them in the ground either with taking all these shots. So I just don't. Yeah. You know, and when you don't get, you know, certain amount of shots during the game, if you know that your point guard is not really passing the ball, you're gonna be inconsistent. You're gonna have OG that looks good one game, and next game he can't find a rhythm because he's not getting the ball or what have you. And when OG plays well, you guys are damn near unbeatable. When he plays well offensively, he's always gonna give it to you defensively. If OG is scoring and being aggressive, man, it takes y'all. But the shot is the shot distribution is too inconsistent.
Correct. Yeah.
In my opinion.
I get it.
Yeah.
Got best team in basketball right now is who? Is you still
Detroit.
think Detroit is still the best team in basketball?
I think it's still OKC. OKC don't even have half their players. And they're still,
Yes. OKC lost by 6 last night to Detroit, and they was missing 7 players.
7 players, bro.
Wow.
And had a lead, and they just ran out of gas. And Isaiah Joe got hurt. And Isaiah Joe got hurt.
Exactly. Isaiah Joe got hurt.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I do like San Antonio. They tough.
I was about to
San
ask
Antonio's
you.
tough, man.
Do you believe in San Antonio?
Is a problem.
Yeah.
Stephon Castle's a problem.
He sure is. I mean,
they gave it to K the other day.
Do you think they need could they be a first year, get to the final? I mean, get to the NBA finals first year, or do they still need some time?
If Wemby get real serious on it, there's really nothing you can do with him. So yeah, it's just that.
The only thing I have the problems with San Antonio is how many vets are on that team that have playoff experience when it's crunch time.
1, De'Aaron Fox,
and Harrison Barnes.
Yeah,
that's what scares me. Scares me with them. You know,
they have vets. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I think they're going to be like OKC when OKC went and they played against Dallas and lost, and then came back that next year and won.
Yeah, I
think the Spurs have to go. Go through the gauntlet first and see how they pan out.
Could be, but like you said, they have that lotto ticket. And that lotto ticket, if that shit hit, is Wemby. He changes everything. So if he takes another step in the playoffs, man, that's scary. That's scary time.
The reason I say that, Ryan, just agreeing with you, is that he got something that we ain't seen in a while, and that's a mean streak. Everybody, he don't play when it come down to that thing. And when
that's
he
a
feels
good point.
disrespected before a game, they're talking about another player. Whatever it is, when that game starts, he's like, all right, I got this. I remember
he has a mean streak.
Yeah, he does, man. He really does. So,
And you would think he wouldn't have that mean streak because he's so slight. You know what I'm saying? He's not a big dude, but he knows he's so talented that he can get away with it because there's nobody else doing what he can do. So he knows, look, I got the trump card, man. I'm 7. They list him at 7'5". That dude ain't 7'5", dude. That dude's taller than that.
Yeah, they say about 7'8".
He bigger than Chet.
Yeah.
He bigger than Chet. So that's how I know, guys, because 17 and under, back in the days, him and Chet had something. And whenever he plays OKC, he's gonna get Chet. Period.
Yeah.
In the story. So
no doubt. No doubt.
Gotcha.
But
Go ahead.
I also think a healthy Denver team is really good because they've been hurt all year
they
too.
need Aaron Gordon back.
Absolutely. So and then like you said, you have Joker, who's the best player in the NBA.
Fact.
Especially offensively. So you have him And if they're healthy, I mean, because remember, that Denver team wasn't even healthy last year and took OKC to 7.
Yeah.
OKC didn't just blow everybody out in the playoffs. They went to 7 with Indiana, and if Halliburton doesn't rupture his Achilles, they were up 10 when he ruptured his Achilles.
Yep.
Up 10. And I think he ruptured it right at the beginning of the second quarter, and even throughout the game when Hallie was gone, they were sustaining the lead, and then they ran out of gas, and then OKC caught them. So I tell you what, man, yeah, OKC is not. It's wide open, fellas. It's wide open. There's a legit 7-8 teams if they get hot in the playoffs, or we all know in the playoffs what can make a champion, and that's injuries. Who's gonna stay healthy?
Yeah.
That's always the biggest thing in the playoffs. Who's gonna survive the marathon and stay healthy? We've seen it throughout the decades of NBA champions, man. One injury can sway a series. One injury can stop you from your potential. So who is going to be healthy? And that's what it comes down to, man. A lot of these teams are really close. Really close. Anybody got Knicks can win it? What Boston is doing is incredible. They've lost so many players and not and I mean it's incredible what they're doing. Jalen Brown's out there, yeah.
They got
Jalen Brown's balling. He's balling.
Yeah, 38 and 20.
This is supposed to be a so-called gap year.
Right.
They lost Porzingis, they lost Drew Holiday, they lost Al Horford, they lost the other big man. I mean, they lost 6 players that was in their rotation last year. Not even counting Tatum. And to be second in the East is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So, so we'll see what happens, man.
Real quick. There's the James Harden injury to his left hand, I believe. I think he got a left thumb injury.
Right. It's his right thumb. Yeah,
right?
He's left-handed. It's his right thumb. They say he's gonna. They say he's gonna play through it. They said he could have played. They said he could have played the last game, but everybody was out. So they're like, let's just rest it. But he's gonna play through it. They said it's like a hairline fracture, so it's not really displaced. So they're just gonna soft cast it up. They said it's a pain tolerance for him. So yeah, if he can handle the pain, yeah. So we'll but I think he'll play. Hey, one thing about Harden, he might flame out, man, in a game 6, a game 7 when you need him the most. But at least he shows up and plays. He doesn't miss games, man. He doesn't miss games. He doesn't miss games. So
yeah, cool.
Yes, yeah. What did you say about Harden?
Who, me?
Yeah, you said something. Remember?
I was saying, James Harden. People they say whatever they want about this dude, man, but he's a willing passer. He can
he's a great passer.
And he's led the league in assists a few times. So it's not like he can just score, but guys say that. Listen, with the Sixers, he got a bad rap, man. He held the whole series down on his own. And all he wanted was Embiid to come in and win the next one. He's like, I'm tired. I can't do the next one. I gave it all up on this one. And Embiid couldn't come through with his piece of the work. And that's why they lost. And he's like, come on, man. Look, that dude, he's a baller. Point blank.
Right.
And he'll pass. So go ahead.
Not only that, one thing about Harden you said is right. He transformed his game to now he's like the ultimate point guard, right? And one thing he does, he unlocks the big man. He did it for he got Clint Capella paid. Zubac. Remember when he was in Brooklyn? The whole hot thing was Claxton this and Claxton that. We ain't heard from Claxton since Harden left.
Got clack out of here.
Yeah, right. Claxton was a big talk. Yeah.
You're right.
Everywhere, and now, I don't know if you saw Jared Allen's stats since Harden got there.
Yep.
It's wild because you know he's mastered the pick and roll. He's just mastered it with the big.
Yeah, and he gets him the rock, man. So.
Yeah, he's gonna unlock Mobley. He's gonna unlock Allen, and that's what they need. And now you have a running mate with Donovan Mitchell, who can take the game over.
Yeah.
You know, when
it
gets low.
And not only that, there's more time, D, and it's going to be guys open because when you keep on going to the big, they're going to come and collapse. And somebody's going to be open. If the guys can pass it, the big man can pass it back out, somebody's going to be open. So, hey, kudos to James Harden.
Going to be interesting the rest of the way.
It's going to be interesting once these seedings get, everybody gets seeded and everything shakes out. It's going to probably be a good Eastern Conference and Western Conference playoff run this year once again. So a lot of good teams.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
A lot of good teams.
A lot of good teams, man.
Ryan, anything else, sir?
No, man, that's about it. And one thing they so worried about. Now they want to make up all these rules for tanking. Give me a break, man. Teams been tanking. Teams been tanking since the '80s. How the hell you think the Houston Rockets got Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon? How the Knicks got Patrick Ewing? How San Antonio got David Robinson? Got Tim Duncan? Give me a break.
Because we cheated. That's how we got Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, right. Tanking, fixing the draft lottery. Oh, just stop. Now they're the NBA's in cahoots with gambling, so now they're trying to save face. Who cares about gamblers? I don't know why they're making such a big deal about it. The gambling, the overs and unders. Well, don't bet the game. If you know the team is a tanking team, why are you betting on them? If you don't know who's gonna play, that's why it's called gambling.
Makes sense.
You want about gamblers? Get out of here.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Right.
Why are you betting on a tanking team, dummy? You big dummy.
OKC and Philly and all these teams tank to get good draft picks, trade away all their good players. That's a form of tanking. It doesn't make any sense. Now you want to make a big deal about it because you're trying to save face with the partners with the gambling books. Get out of here with that stuff, man.
DraftKings.
Exactly. Yeah, get out of here, man. And I'm a gambler. I gamble. I don't gamble a lot. You know I'm cheap. You guys know I'm cheap. I don't gamble a lot. But I'm a cheap gambler.
You get that $2.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah.
So $2 parlay.
I'm the guy that bets $2 on a 10-leg parlay.
Yeah, there you go.
and I'll hit nine legs and lose the one.
There you go.
Oh man, it's crazy, bro.
The NBA season is going to be just fine.
Yeah,
I think the league. I believe the league is in a good place too, as far as young players coming up. We can let these old guys go. And they can retire and go on off the sunset, wherever the hell they're going. And
exactly.
And then we got these young cats here that want to hold it down. So
yeah,
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The league has always lost great players. Listen, if you can lose Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Akeem Olajuwon, Shaq, Kobe, you can lose all. When LeBron leaves, it's cool. The NBA is going to be fantastic like it's always is.
Just fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Mr. Ryan DeSouza with the NBA. No, that's the wrong music for Ryan.
Oh, give him up. Give me that black exploitation music.
There you go. That old
man.
That's Dolomite music.
Dolomite music on. Kev got that old Dolomite. Oh, you all funky. You bring your funky ass over here.
Oh man. Good stuff, man.
Okay, real quick. The Los Angeles Lakers are turning on Luka Doncic. overnight. From
But
what
they
I
don't like
understand. Yeah, all of a sudden that he's the problem.
Oh, well, he always been a problem.
Yeah,
I'm going to sleep, fellas. I don't give a damn about them. The dude don't play no defense, right? And you knew that when you brought him in there. You brought the car in with no doors, right?
Yo, stop. I got
and don't get the car there. And you're like, yo, dog, and there's no doors on the car. Motherfucker told you when you bought the car, there's no goddamn doors on it. You ain't feel that breeze? Huh? And now you sitting there, yo, the car ain't got no doors on it. Yo, I'm not gonna say who, but he's on the panel with me here. Told me years ago why Porzingis and him, you thought that was gonna be the thing out there in Dallas. Well, one of them had a problem with the other one. So,
what I say,
that's the way these things happen. Yeah, man. Yeah, we do. Facts. Yeah. So, listen, but it's only a problem when you lose it because it has him and LeBron been in first place and doing this and doing that. Nobody would have said nothing. You got 3 dudes on the team that don't play defense. You'll never win.
Yeah. Your 3 best players.
Yeah.
Your 3 best players. Yeah.
Make up your mind which one who you're going to blame it on, but they're all victims of the pick and roll. All of them are victims.
Blame it on the Henny.
Yeah, blame it on the Henny.
Yeah. Man, we had a great time tonight, man. I know we went over a little bit, but man, it was well deserved, man. We talked a lot about a lot of things, man. Shout out to Mr. Cedric, man. Let me give Cedric a round of applause, man.
No, thank you guys. Thank you, man.
Man, you gotta come on back,
thank
man.
You. Yeah, no doubt. Just let me know when, brother. I love this right here.
Any parting shots? We do this thing called parting shots, so I'm gonna give you the floor real quick, Ced.
Well, parting shots. No, there's peace to everybody, man. Peace and blessings, man. I love what you're doing, man, and keep up the good work, man.
Appreciate.
I'm gonna tell my peoples to subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, Thursday and Monday,
and I would love to come back.
Oh, we're gonna have you back, bro.
We're gonna have back for the coaching thing for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because Mike Brown's out of here. I'm trying to tell you.
Mike Brown is out of here?
Mike Brown's out of here if it doesn't happen.
One and done?
D is always firing the coach, man.
Yeah, he's firing.
One and done, son. One and done.
D-Dubbz, what you got, man? Parting shot.
Nothing, man. Yo, have a good weekend, everybody. We did it, good job, everybody. Good show tonight. So, peace to all the fellas that couldn't make it tonight. So, we'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Dan, what you got for us?
Nothing much. Shout out to Mikey and E. Not, couldn't be here. Shout out to the Hornets. Yeah, they've been for real lately.
They win it, right?
They win it. They win it right now.
Yep, and nobody's giving them love on the 4-letter network.
No, not at all.
But hey, whatever. And things are looking bright for my Pirates. Connor Griffin, looking for real.
That's the real deal right there, man. We talked about him the other night on the baseball show.
He bombed 2 out of Boston over their miniature green wall. He's going to be the real deal. They need to sign him for 10 years and get Skeens under contract, and things might look a lot better.
Yeah, as soon as they sign that floor, your owner signs, you should be able to sign players. DA, what you got for us?
What everyone else said, man. Peace, everyone. Have a great night. I'm going to bed. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Ryan, what you got, sir?
Yeah, so keep an eye on the buyout market, fellas. So teams have in order for you to get bought out and join a roster, you'll have to get bought out by March 1st, which I believe is Sunday. So watch that. So if any teams buy any players out, I'm hearing maybe DeMar DeRozan might get bought out. And so there's some key players that could get bought out and join a roster for the playoff run.
He's a mid-ranger right there. The mid-ranger.
Yeah.
He's still tough at 36.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. I don't have nothing too heavy, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you for all those that's watching. Hey, we sorry we had something wrong with the chat overlay. Those that trying to chime in. I know my mom's is watching. She usually chimes in, but there was something with the chat this morning. I mean, chat. I text Restream during this because we paid, and they said we're gonna refund y'all some dough. So I said because they're trying to fix it, man. So shout out to Restream for.
And I'm sorry, Ma. I know I cursed 4 times tonight. So
shout out to Finance Warren, man. So listen, we're gonna go. Shout out to our guest panelist. Said thank you so much, my brother. We are gonna have you back, man. Love your energy, brother.
Salute.
Like talking to your cousin. I've been knowing your cousin for the longest, as you know, man. So, man, love you, bro. Thank you so much for coming through. I love all these dudes on the panel. Shout out to Michael and to Eric. They couldn't be with us tonight, man. So, hey, man, this is what we are, man. We're the Sports Chasers, man. But listen, we're going to get out of here on behalf of myself. I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator for Dedicated Hockey Dude, for Daryl D-Dubbz Warren, for the DA, for Ryan DeSouza, and our guest panelist, Cedi. We're going to call him Cedi.
Cedi James. Cedi James.
Cedric James, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers, man. Y'all be good, be great, be blessed. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
You've been locked in with Sports Chasers, where conversation doesn't follow trends, it follows the game. If you rock with the discussion, tap in, subscribe, and join the community that keeps sports real. Until next time, stay locked, stay sharp, and keep chasing sports the right way.